Galnet News Digest, 27th of September 3304. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, Fargod claim was right. Claim Fargods. Silicone brick wins tech beauty contest. Invisible aliens pose threat to bubble. Alliance campaign drones on. Fargod claim was right. Claim Fargods. Adherents of the Thargoid worshipping Fargod cult are claiming a significant victory this week in their work to tell the galaxy that time is running out. They cite passages taken from the latest annual report of the Pilots Federation as evidence that the galaxy will end in a little over 3 years, on the 31st of December 3307. The Fargod cult believes that the galaxy will come to an end when the Thargoid invasion is complete, and the deity they refer to as the Fargod reveals himself in all his glory. The Pilots Federation report says that from an accounting perspective, they will have amortised their liabilities in respect to those entitled to lifetime software upgrades, and will recognise the credits received in exchange for the lifetime upgrades as revenue by the end of 3307, which amounts to pretty much the same thing. The Fargod cult believes its adherents will rise again from the dead following the end of human life in the galaxy. This heretical belief is known as the doctrine of Elite 5, or Elite Deadly. Silicone brick wins tech beauty contest. Herculean Machines' squat, ugly Duradrive tablet has proved narrowly more popular amongst commanders than the rival, the elegant, wearable, holographic Torque from Supratech, although neither device proved particularly popular, with the supply of raw materials barely more than a trickle. Supratech's chief executive officer, Scorpio Devoro, had previously emphasised that any commander wanting to participate in the next generation of wearable hardware should back his company's product. The lacklustre performance of both devices suggests that commanders are happier where they belong, in the cockpits of their spaceships, and that talk about getting up and walking about is going nowhere. The Duradrive has been mired in controversy after it was revealed that manufacturer Herculean Machines has close ties with organised crime, while rival Supratech suffered a regrettable and entirely unexplained incident in which its development facility, manufacturing plant and warehouse all caught fire and were burned to the ground. Invisible aliens pose threat to bubble. A year after the new Thargoid presence was detected in the bubble, a poll of commanders has revealed that the majority of pilots have little idea what's going on. With the Thargoids in a flat spin, circling round the area of space we know as the bubble, and targeting both Dalfur and HR 1257 for a second time, it's never been more important to resist the alien invasion. Yet, 2/3 of commanders say they have no interest in the invasion, with a sizable minority that doesn't even know what a Thargoid is. Only 6% of commanders, a little more than 1 in 20, have regular interaction with the betentacled space monsters, be that the pew-pew or hug-a-Thargoid type of interaction. Tharg the Mighty's propaganda machine appears to be scoring some success in keeping the humans off the tail of his battle fleet, even while it continues to scout out the very heart of human-inhabited space. Tharg hasn't told the meatbags yet, but his is just the first wave of the invasion. Tharg is an Eresrian, and Tharg has an awkward cousin. Tharg is not quite sure what'll happen when his cousin, Clax, leader of the Claxians, comes to visit, but he's not really looking forward to it. Family can be so embarrassing. Alliance campaign drones on. The Alliance presidential candidates have continued to bang out the same old messages. Gibson Kincaid wants to be a dictator. Fazia Silva wants to help big business. And Elijah Beck wants to renationalise public transport, create jobs by creating farms to harvest the solar winds, and do everything he can to avoid a hard border with Lave. Some members of Beck's campaign have called for a prolonged period of lockdown should Kincaid be re-elected, as the best way of ensuring democracy is to refuse to accept the people's vote. The election will be held next month. In the meantime, if any of the candidates say anything interesting, we'll be sure to let you know. And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News. We read the news so you don't have to.